Yo, what's good, Judge? 52 Games here. Welcome back to another Warframe video. Today I'm gonna show you guys my Citrine build of status effects. Well, let's just say the influence of Citrine. Influence of Citrine build. You know, I love melee builds, but today we're using the glaive melee influence and show you how it synergizes so well with Citrine's abilities and how amazing she is in any situation. Mostly like endurance runs. Same goes for like we're mixing it up in defenses. She's great in defense. She's great in survivals.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't.
Yeah, I want to say that's it. So today's gonna be a bit of a longer video. I decided to go a little bit more in depth into my builds and stuff like that instead of just trying to rush through everything. So I'm gonna take my time. If you guys stick through the whole video, thank you. And if you guys are new to the channel, please just that like and subscribe button for your boy. Cause yeah, man, it's about to get good. Cue the intro.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more.
So first things first, Citrine grants a universal orb. Oh, sorry, not a universal orb. Allies 5 health regeneration per second up to a max 25. And you guys will know when you see the little meter bar that you have on the side while you're playing in game and stuff like that. It's super cool and easy to notice, and you'll know what you have. Next, so first we're going to go into her fracture blast. This is her Lycan's Hunt in a way easier, and you have a much easier chance of getting your drops of health and energy, which was 112% health orb, and we have a 12% chance of a double health drop, and while our energy orb is still sitting at a nice 44%. Now with the mods that we have on, it makes it so much easier. So next we have Preserving Shell. Citrine guards herself and nearby allies with a crystalline shell that gradually decays, kills, and assists increase the defensive power of the shell. So it goes up to a maximum of about 90%. Now your decay rate lowers when you're at 90% by 3%. If you're below 90%, I want to say from 25 to 75%. If you're max damage reduction, your decay rate will be 1% per second, while if your base is 85 or above, it'll be 3% per second that you'll be losing in decay. But you're killing so much you won't even notice. You won't even notice. I'm like, keep it 1,000. Oh shit!
It's no hassle.
So Prismatic Gem. This is your main DPS for this build, but the weapons that I decided to go with, you can go Weapon Master as well, because your weapons can do just as good damage, if not more. So that way they'll synergize very well with melee influence, as you guys will see. Deploy a gem that shoots prismatic beams. The gem targets enemies that are taking down weapon damage from Citrine and her allies. This beam effect inflicts heat, cold, toxin, electricity status effects, status chance, and duration increase for nearby allies, which is so good. So not only is they're taking down from the status effects from your ability, it's also taking it from your weapons and your teammates' abilities as well. Now the duration does count for bleed and all your other effects as well. So tons and tons of effects. That's why I recommend running slash weapons if you have, or throwing hunting munitions on, because they'll increase the duration of your bleed, which did get a nerf. I want to say lowered by like what, like 25% or some shit like that. But yeah, as you guys know, going to Susumbu Roar, because you know, might as well double dip on that damage. This is a all-around damage increase, so that way you don't have to mod for a faction. With Roar, it does that for you. All right, next we're running Citrine just for energy. Now you can't change that. I was thinking of going Vizarin just so we can group enemies up with our void snare, but I was like, you know what, let's just go Citrine, you know, because you can never have too much energy. But with Citrine, I have way too much energy. So for the shards, I have one tile for strength for ability strength, a regular one for ability strength, one for effectiveness of health orbs. Next, I have corrosive stacks and corrosive stacks. So with these, we are sitting at a max full armor strip. With this on, and with the companion that we have, we're also stripping armor of the Acolyte as well, so we don't have to rely on that completely. And all right, so let's go and get into the build, man. So as for the build, I'm going corrosive projection just to lower their armor. You can go really what you want here, but growing power is super ideal, along with your brief respite if you want to go shield gating, steel charge if you want to go full melee damage. But corrosive projection I think is just perfectly fine. You lower their armor initially, so that way you don't have to come to a complete strip with your corrosive, but you are now, since you got 2 green shards, so which is super good, and you're hitting very hard with your abilities. So for our survivability, I chose adaptation and Arcane vitality. Adaptation mixed with your preserving shell, you get a you can't die. Yes, that's all I got. Adaptation and preserving shell, you're literally almost invulnerable. And now the acolytes can turn off your ability and you will be very vulnerable.
Really him.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
So watch out for that. So I've going prime flow, handspring, prime sure-footed is lots better, but I don't have the mod space nor the forma, so we went handspring. Next I have equilibrium, Arcane vitality. Now this is super good and definite necessity for this build if you want to reach that maximum damage output. 100% health and side effects from abilities that deal heat damage will be applied twice, so they take double the heat damage from your abilities, which is so good because that procs perfectly well and synergizes well with prismatic gem that procs heat, cold, toxin, and electricity all separately. There's that equilibrium. Like I said, this synergizes very well with your fractured blast along with her passive as well, which is super good, guys. And next, prime flow just for the max energy. We have stretch just for a little bit of range. You can go a bit more range if you want, but to be honest, you literally have infinite range as long as you're inside the prismatic gem's radius. The ability is rangeless, so you can keep going as long as you're inside the range of the gem. It has no range limit. So that's why I chose melee influence. So I'm sitting inside the gem. I'm sitting inside the gem's radius, and there's enemies that say 20 meters. I'll throw my glaive, boom, detonate melee influence, all dead. Insane. I will show you guys in the demonstration, the simulacrum. Okay, so we have precision intensify just to increase the damage of our roar to 94%, and blind rage as well, and Arcane continuity. So this is our armor strip along with our toxin damage. So there are some, pesky shielded enemies. Our continuity is perfect for that, and also boosts the damage of this. Now, when it comes to companions, there's a couple different ways you can go, but I'll get into that. Let's go ahead and get into the weapons. As you guys know, I chose Phantasma as my main weapon. Going Galvanized Salve, Incendiary Coat, Galvanized Cell, Diminution, Toxic Rush, Chilling Reload, Critical Deceleration, and Phantasma Exercise.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Which is status chance once you shot and damage for a little bit more damage, and that way I don't have to mod for damage. So good. And Merciless, boom boom pow. And for our secondary, I chose the Grimoire because it's so good. You can go, I want to say 5s or something like that, but I chose Cry just for dropping a Universal Orb on death, which is super good. And I chose Cascadia Empowered. Now you can go Cascadia Flare, but I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Cascadia Empowered, I'm proccing so many status effects on enemies. This is proccing constantly, and you are destroying enemies. Since we are proccing electricity from our weapons with melee influence, the initial proc of our melee influence that hits other enemies will take 550% additional electricity damage from our prismatic gem, and also goes for it if I use my Phantasma. It does the same thing, but it'll be heat damage, but that'll be 3 times the heat damage that we have dealt initially with Cascading Empire with a 550 damage increase, which is pretty damn good. I don't even know what the max is. Yeah, the max you go to 750, yo. So once I get that, trust and believe, we're definitely adding that on, man. Oh my god. And for the melee, I chose the Certa. You can go Glaive Prime, of course, but I just chose Certa. Now my Certa is Formless, and I tell you, this thing is a beast. I have melee influence, Vicious Frost, Galvanized Steel, Galvanized Elementalist, Shocking Touch, or Take Strike. Volatile quick return, so automatic explode. You don't have to detonate, but detonating your glaive does deal more damage. But if you already do a fuck ton of damage, like with your glaive or your Zorus or whatever you want to use, you do insane damage. Next, I have Violent Scourge and Whirlwind just for more projectile speed, so we can throw it a lot faster. And yeah, that's really the build. Riverless hits like a truck, as you guys will see in the gameplay. Now, as you guys know, I chose the Pens of Philo. Now, I don't have Pack Leader on, but you can definitely go Pack Leader since this is a melee build, so your Philo won't die. But I will say it still procs Viral Quills as it's in its de-evolution state. It still does viral damage while it's in its what do you call that? What do you call that? Larva. There we go. While it's in its larva state, it still does viral damage, which procs, and same with Viral Quills. Now, but in its main state, that is your armor strip for the Acolyte. So it'll most likely stay alive and it'll respawn just that much faster. But I guess not. But yeah, and next we have, for our Pens clause, we have Immunity Resistance for status damage, Swipe. Sepsis Clause for more Toxin Bite. Hunter Synergy. And we have Frenzied Posture. Now, if you want it to be more strategical in the damage that it deals, you can definitely go Assassin's Posture for sure. Or Balanced Posture if you just wanted to stay close with you and deal damage. But I just chose Frenzied because he can go crazy, do what you want. I'm not gonna lie, do as you please, Wolpie. Absolute Destruction. Absolute Destruction. And when you proc melee influence, it's just so devastating, bro. This build is just absolutely broken. And have melee influence proc just make this so easy. And such a easy build to use. I could definitely see myself using this in some endurance runs, man. We're most definitely gonna wait for our Acolyte to come. Okay, here we go. Acolyte's here. Pop all our buffs. Don't know where he's at. All we do, we just prime him with our Fractured Blast. And he should just die. Or if you want, throw your glaive up there. And we actually got a full armor strip with our corrosive. Yeah, you don't even have to phase, dude. But you'll deal more damage from your initial attacks from your weapons thanks to Cascadia Empowered. So I do recommend you attack with your glaive, but yeah, like roar is definitely not needed, but it's just here just for the, just for the damage. You definitely don't need roar, but it's definitely fun and great to have. Look, we're hitting enemies all the way up there. Can't even see some of them. Can't even see them, like, in the corridors, and they just die from melee influence. So we just proc. So we're definitely going to extract. Because that's still essence. That's and an Aya. Alright. Let's go ahead and leave here. Like, bro. Oh my god. This is just... Citrine is just so good. That is not the exit. Why would they even lie to me and say that's the exit? Excuse me, guys. Come in through. I got an exit ticket, so... Oh my god, we're gonna extract. And we're gonna end the video. At the extraction point, man. Oh man. And if you guys made it this far, bro, please hit that like button. Hope you guys enjoyed this build, man. I had a lot of fun making it. A lot of fun making it. Not even gonna lie to you. Like a lot. But before we get started, now your Arcane mods are interchangeable. So you don't have to run those, but if you have them, they're great to have and deals a foot. Bro just punched me into the extraction. Like, shut up and leave. In a way, he just did me like that. But yeah, they're interchangeable, guys. You don't have to run your Arcane mods, but they're super easy to get. And stuff like that. It's only a million trade tax and about 30 platinum. Easy. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's definitely a longer one, so if you guys like longer videos like this, a bit more in-depth, let me know, and I'm doing more like this, and talk more about them instead of just the basics. But yeah, I'm out, guys. You did catch the next one. Peace.
I feel like Bruno, but call me Uno, cause I got one of them with me, and I'm a beast, pity, this shit gon' bang, shitty, gotta put on for my city, bitch, I keep everything I think I had enough, all this money got me acting up, niggas be mad as fuck, cause they know I got a bag,